This is music, and this is a filthy update. So yesterday, and that's a day in October, I just went downtown and I decided to drop by the Accord outlet. It's a record store where they have like a Dutch auction going on, so the prices fall every day, and it's like, buy 10 items from our shop and pay that much. Next day, 10 items, pay less. And towards the end of the month, it's sometimes 20 or 30 items, pay less and less. So the price this time was 10 items, 180 Danish kroner, and that's a steal. So I brought my No Remorse bag with me, and I filled it with some CDs and some vinyl records. So let us just have a look at what I grabbed this time. Let's start with the CDs first. I grabbed this one here, A Foul Taste of Freedom by Propane. Kind of a hardcore crossover band. I'm quite familiar with the more recent stuff, which I really, really like. So I decided to grab this one. I also saw this one, which I actually don't have. I'm not a big mega fan of the sort of final couple of albums by Pantera, but I didn't have this one, and again, super cheap. This one, I don't even know if it's playable, because it's, I don't know, you probably can't see it, but it has lots of scratch marks on it, so it might not even be playable, but, whatever. Super cheap. And let's see, this one, pretty cool. Mint, sealed, H-Blocks, Time to Move. Kind of rap metal, but before new metal. And I know a lot of people trash talk this stuff, but I remember back in the day when I was in a thrash groove metal band. I remember me and some, not the members from the thrash metal bands, but some other kind of friends of the band and myself, we quite enjoyed listening to H-Blocks. So lots of good memories there. And The Truth Hurts by Propane, another Propane album here. Grabbed it as well. I haven't even inspected the condition. Also has some scratch marks on it. But not as many as the Pantera one. And the rest are vinyl records, and there are a lot of soundtracks here. So the Jewel of the Nile soundtrack, a lot of wear on the jacket here, but it's a fun movie. I remember enjoying it quite a bit when I was a kid, and again, super cheap, right? So no problem there. A very, very, very beat up Hollywood collection, Space Odyssey, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Used to belong to a library, so this one has seen, I think, some action. But again, it's a classic. To be honest, I think it's a bit of a boring movie. I've seen it many times. Visually very impressive, but I do find it a bit boring, to be honest. But whatever. The music is, of course, classical music. So, yeah, cool stuff. Some Phil Collins here, no jacket required. Has Susudio on it, which is a song I quite enjoy. And it has, I think, One More Night is another song that I remember from back in the day. So just some chill Phil Collins music. Heads or Tails by Saga. I found lots of Saga albums in that outlet, and typically, a bit of a cleanup, and they're good. These I have inspected the conditions of these records. A lot of them are really dirty, really filthy, but it's mostly just dust and grease. So I think I can clean it. Now they had 2 copies of this one. They had one where the jacket was in pretty good shape, and one, but the disc was just filthy and dirty. And they had another one where the jacket was in pretty bad shape, but the disc was in better shape. So I have to admit, I just took the jacket, that's this one, and I took the other record, and I sort of combined those and left the rest, and grab this combination, and there you go. So that means I now have a copy of this album. The disc is in okay condition. The jacket is in okay condition. So there you go. And up next here we have this one here, and it's the Georgia Satellites, and it's called something I can't read because Open All Night. Okay, there's some edge wear, so it's hard to read the title, but Open All Night by Georgia Satellites. I've heard about the Georgia Satellites before. They're pretty famous. I think they're like I don't know, classic rock band, maybe with some southern rock, hard rock leanings. Don't know, but they had it, and I had to get it up to 10 items, right? So I might as well grab it. So it's gonna be interesting. Genghis Khan here, soundtrack. An Omar Sharif, I think, movie. It says Omar Sharif on it. One of the sort of classic epic Hollywood movies. I don't even know if I've seen it before. I must have. But it looked pretty cool, so I decided to grab it. So yeah, 4 CDs, pretty beat up. 6 vinyl, pretty filthy and dirty, but I think I can, just by cleaning them thoroughly, I can get them to sound pretty good. So yeah, there you go. A bit of an update, very, very cheap. It's I mean, if you're in town and you collect records and you don't have a problem with, G, I would say for the most. Some of them are F, but G rated records, because you can get some of them up to VG just by cleaning them. If you don't have a problem with stuff that's below VG plus, and you're in town, do check out Accord's outlet, because you great deals, and you can find, they don't have a whole lot of metal records, because I think they know that metalheads are kind of willing to pay a bit more for their vinyl records, but they have lots of not lots, but they do have some metal CDs. But just classic rock, country music, jazz, classical music, other genres. If you're looking to pick some of that stuff up on vinyl, and you, as I said, don't have a problem with buying something that's G and F, because 9 times out of 10 you can get it up to a VG just by cleaning it. If you don't have a problem with that, do check out the Accord outlet. Keep in mind that it's a Dutch auction, so the prices fall, and that means towards the end of the month, when things are cheap, the store is pretty much half empty, if not almost fully empty, every month. So there you go. But that's up to you. Do check it out. I'm pretty happy with the things I picked up, very cheap. Thanks for watching.